Academic Writing Task 1. About Academic Writing Task 1. Task 1 gives some data, for example a graph or a diagram. You must find the patterns and important points and write a report. For example, the charts below show the number of visitors arriving in a particular country for a short trip and the number of residents leaving that country for a short trip from 2009 to 2011. Summarize the information by selecting and reporting the main features and make comparisons where relevant. Write at least 150 words. In Task 1, you must change images into words. You must only use the information that is given. For example, in the question above, we don't know why the people are traveling, business or holiday, and this doesn't matter. You don't know why the people are traveling, business or holiday, and this does not matter. You must not add imaginary details. For example, do not try to imagine why the number of residents departing is higher than the visitors arriving. You're not asked to do this. Task 1 is not a guessing game. You must not add your own knowledge. Task 1 does not test your knowledge about a topic, it only tests your ability to write about data in English. You must use the information accurately. For example, in the question above, do not say 500 visitors arrived in the country in February 2010. The scale is thousands, so 500,000 visitors arrived in the country. How the task is marked? An examiner reads your answer and gives it points from 1 to 9 for each of the following features. Task achievement, coherence and cohesion, lexical resource, grammatical range and accuracy. The better your answer is, the more points it gets. Points are averaged to give your final band. If you write less than 150 words, the examiner subtracts points. So, what do they mean? Task achievement means how well did you answer the question? Did you describe the data clearly? Does it sound like a real report? For example, would a manager show it to a CEO? Did you include all the important points such as overall trends or unexpected results? Did you do everything that the Task 1 question tells you to do? Listen to my tip. Task 1 imitates a research report. Imagine you're the researcher. What do you want to tell people about your research? Why did you collect the information? Why is it interesting? Coherence and cohesion means how clearly do ideas relate to each other. Is it easy to see how one sentence relates to the next one? Have you used a variety of linking words and pronouns? Have you used paragraphs with one main idea per paragraph? Listen to my tip for you. When you check your writing at the end, look out for repetition. If lots of sentences start with the same word, you haven't used a variety of linking techniques. Lexical resource. It means, have you used a wide range of vocabulary? Have you spelled it correctly? Have you used the same words over and over again? Or have you used synonyms? Have you described things clearly, using exactly the right word? Have you spelled most words correctly? If you use a small range of words with 0 mistakes, you won't get a good score. If you use a wide range of vocabulary, so can you get a good score even with a few mistakes? Don't play it safe. Be adventurous. Grammatical range and accuracy means, have you used a wide range of verb forms and sentence structures? Are most of them correct? Have you used proper punctuation? Here's a tip for you. Grammar is only 25% of your final mark, so don't focus on it too much. Now, let's go through quiz 1. True or false? Question 1. Examiners subtract points for grammar mistakes. This is false. It's important to use correct punctuation like commas and full stops. This is true. Number 3. Because task 1 is about graphs and data, you can write your answer as a list of points. This is false. Question 4. It's better to play safe and only use vocabulary that you're sure of. That way, you won't make mistakes. This is false. Question 5. You must write more than 150 words. True. Now, let's go through the marking guide. IELTS examiners use a marking guide that describes the features of poor, good, and excellent writing. A public version of this guide, called the IELTS Writing Band Descriptors, is freely available on the IELTS website at www.ieltsessentials.com/result/criteria.aspx. As you can see, examiners look at the good points of your answer, not the bad points. They're looking for what you can do. Here's my tip for you. Good writing means that you use a variety or range of language. So when you're checking your answer at the end, do not just correct mistakes. You should also look for ways to add variety. For example, by replacing a word with a synonym or pronoun. Warning: don't lose points. You must write more than 150 words. If you write less, you will lose points. There is no maximum word limit. Write as much as you like. You should spend around 20 minutes on task 1 and 40 minutes on task 2. This is because task 1 is worth 33.3% of your mark and task 2 is worth 66.6% of your mark. You must use your own language. Do not use copied or memorized language. You will get 0 points for it. For example, do not begin your answer by copying the task 1 question. This graph shows the amount of money spent on household goods in 3 different countries between 2000 and 2010. This is a waste of time. The examiner will ignore it. You must write in connected sentences and use paragraphs. Do not write a list of bullet points. You must only write about the information that is given. The question does not ask for your own ideas or opinions about the data. For example, do not say that the graph shows a change that is good or bad for society. Let's go through quiz 2. Question 1. What happens if you write less than 150 words in task 1? Well, the answer is you will lose marks. Question 2. What happens if you write more than 150 words in task 1? Well, nothing. You don't gain marks. You don't lose marks. Question 3. Can you copy the task 1 title as your introduction? The answer is no. Any copied language is ignored by the examiner. You're just wasting your time. Question 4. Task 1 is an information transfer task. What does this mean? The answer is, it means you must find information in an image and convert it to words. Question 5. Should you give examples from your own knowledge and experience? No. Task 1 does not ask you to do that. You will not get a good mark. Question 6. How long should you spend on task 1? The answer is 20 minutes. Question 7. Do you have to mention every piece of information in the diagram? No. Only mention the important data, such as minimum and a maximum, or a date when an important change happened. Question 8. Can your answer be a list of important points? The answer is no. You need to write in connected sentences to describe the relationships in the data. For example, the sequence of events or cause and effect relationships. Let's take a look at approaching the task. Analyze the data. You only have 20 minutes for task 1. You need to use some of this time to look at the data and analyze it. Take notes about the important points such as trends, differences, and unexpected results. Decide what the most important pattern is and think about how you can describe this. These skills are described in Unit 2, Task Achievement. Plan your report. Your answer will be around 150 words. This usually means 3 to 4 paragraphs. Before you start writing, decide on the main point for each paragraph. It is best to put your overview or summary in the first paragraph so that the examiner can easily see it. These skills are described in Unit 3, Coherence and Cohesion. Write your report. Your overview should say what the main patterns are. Then the following paragraphs should prove that this is true by giving evidence and details. These skills are covered in Units 4 and 5, Lexical Resource and Grammatical Range and Accuracy. Check your report. At the end, spend a few minutes to check your answers and make changes to improve it. These skills are covered in Unit 6, Practice Questions, Answer and Feedback. Always check these things. Check for task achievement. Have you followed the instructions in the Task 1 question? Have you described the main patterns in the data? Have you quoted data accurately to support your statements? Here's my tip for you. Check that the data is accurate. For example, what is the unit of measurement? Is it liters or thousands of liters? Does the chart show number of dogs or number of complaints about dogs? Check for coherence and cohesion. Is the information organized well? Is it easy to see why you have ordered your answers like that? Have you used a wide variety of linking words and techniques? Here's the tip. Check whether you can change some nouns for pronouns. If you mention something twice, the second mention can be changed to a word like it, this, or them. Doing this will improve your mark for coherence and cohesion. Check for lexical resource. Have you used a wide variety of vocabulary? Have you used collocations, phrasal verbs, and academic English? Are most words spelled correctly? Before the exam, memorize sets of synonyms such as increase or grow or rise. Then in the exam, you can look at your finished answer and substitute synonyms quickly. Check for grammatical range and accuracy. Have you used a wide variety of grammar structures, including passives? Are most of them correct? Have you used correct punctuation? Listen to this tip. Write in pencil so you can easily erase mistakes and write corrections.